Hey everyone, thanks for joining today's digital sales training for October. I'm extremely excited to talk to you today a little bit more, and we'll go over the agenda in just a few minutes. We're going to give just a couple more minutes for people to join the call. Just a friendly reminder, we will put the um, giveaway for the $100 Amazon gift card into the chat. So if you guys have not entered there, please do so. We want to make sure that you guys all have the opportunity to win that $100. So we'll give it a few more minutes and then I'll cover some other things as well. So. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Looks like we got everyone in already, so we're ready to go. So again, thank you so much for joining. We are, again, beyond excited. And so if you haven't entered, please enter the Amazon gift card giveaway. The link is in the chat. And if you have questions throughout the call today, go ahead and put those questions in the Q&A portion and not the chat function. We'll have a panelist and a moderator who will answer those questions. And then if we have time at the end, I will open it up to the Q&A to answer any questions before we go into the drawing. And we can answer some live questions on the call as well. So again, super excited. It's rolling right into Q4 and my favorite time of the year. So for the agenda today, we're going to talk about, if you've seen the email that we had sent out, we talked about packaging, but wanted to cover a few other things that you might have not seen on the sell side. So we're going to touch on what a sponsor's needs are. So what do your sponsors need? Some custom entry form ideas, whether it's lead generation, exposure, social growth, email opt-ins, and more. Information is power, so that's part I'm not sure if you've had the opportunity to see. It's kind of what happens to the data as it's collected, where does it go, how to access the data, and can you pass that data on to your sponsor. Had a lot of questions even recently if that's a capability, and the answer to that is yes, but I will go into further detail on that later. How to price and package Aptivata, and then Q4 opportunities. Again, honestly, this is my favorite time of year, and it's just exciting for everybody. So, all right, so let's talk about increasing station revenue. Obviously, that's your number one goal, or just an account, just increasing your overall revenue generated by utilizing, your products that you have as well as Aptivata. So by understanding your sponsors' goals and being able to understand what they're wanting to accomplish, and you're going to be able to generate more revenue from those understandings. That comes to also as what you are offering. When you are increasing the amount of opportunities that you're giving them, that increases your opportunity to increase your revenue. So combining, I like to talk about that on air, and I'm sure you've heard me say this if you've joined my other digital sales calls before, but I always say that 360-degree cover where you're the on air as well as that digital piece. And then being able to present what products, even from the Aptivata standpoint, and saying, hey, here is our options, not just a simple enter to win sweepstakes. We have a gallery, we have surveys, we have quizzes, polls. You can self-identify as you speak with your partners and your sponsors, what their needs are. You will be able to identify what product that you're going to need to position and to present to them. Obviously, before you get into the specifics of what those product or what those apps do, you need to understand what those sponsors' goals are. So obviously, each sponsor is going to be extremely different from another. And there's not a, hey, one size fits all marketing campaign that's going to be perfect for every single person that you speak with. So it's identifying, and again, I'm sure you've heard this, identifying what a golden lead opportunity is to them. What does that conversion look like? And how can you help that golden lead through the sales process or the conversion process, whatever their end goal is. So I like to focus on whether it's increasing foot traffic, growing social audiences, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook. We even have a TikTok. TikTok is huge. We were having a conversation on some of the marketing pieces that are happening on that side of things. Whether you're trying to focus on generating qualified leads through maybe even tying in a survey to a sweepstakes. This morning I had a conversation that a potential client, a really large client, that they had a rewards app that you could download and gain rewards, and they weren't aware that you could actually utilize our platform to increase the amount of app downloads that can happen in a promotion. And so as you have these conversations, you'll learn more and more of what App Diva Audit can do, but you'll be surprised as you dive into it and see what there is to offer. You'll definitely surprise your advertisers quite a bit. So, as well as integrating with other platforms, I'll talk about integrations as well. So if you have a sponsor who has like a MailChimp, or they're trying to grow an email database, we can integrate with those databases, and I'll go into detail on that in just a bit as well. Here are the entry form field options. Now these are a plethora of options. These are just 2 segments: the user field, input fields, we have social, and then other. I just wanted to give you a high-level overview of some of the questions that you can ask throughout promotions that are being designed. So again, when you go to a sponsor, you can present this and say, these are the things that we can ask. Obviously, if you told a sponsor, we're going to ask all of this, that might be way too overwhelming, especially for somebody who, you know, in today's world, they don't have a lot of time. And so we want to keep things simple, but as effective as possible in the time that you are allotted. So as you can see here, some great options. And then jumping into the social and the other fields, again, if you're building more of a social campaign, whether it's watching on a video on YouTube, or even YouTube subscription, TikTok follows. In other fields, you have options like geolocation, where you're asking users to go to a physical location, you would be able to give bonus entries for them to do so. So there's a lot of incentive that can be pushed into these actions, or incentivized actions, and I'll show you an example of that right now. So here is a quick, like, enter to win $500 for your summer road trip. This is a simple, like, first name, last name. You can receive emails, or you have your email opt-in, and then to kind of go to the what I had just mentioned with incentivized actions. You know, if you're having them go to a physical location, or if you're going to ask them to take a short survey, you can say, hey, for 100 bonus entries, you can take this short survey, and we'll give you those 100 additional bonus entries. So as you can see this, if you were to participate in this promotion, you would have the opportunity at 173 entries and into the promotion. So gives a lot of opportunity for engagement and for users to accomplish the tasks that you really want them to. You have the ability, just to make sure you are aware, you have the ability to control how many additional entries you want. So you can weight this completely different, and it is completely customizable. If you see on the right, you see this thanks for entering. That's the step 4. That's pretty much once they're done completing these bonus entries, they're presented with a thank you message. You can put coupons. We always suggest putting coupons or offers to try to get them, again, to engage with through that sales funnel, and bringing them closer and closer to that conversion piece. Again, whatever that conversion type is for your advertiser or your sponsor. So now, stats and reporting. Now this is one piece I don't think a lot of you have seen, just because on the sell side, you don't necessarily know, you're not necessarily in the platform itself building out promotions, but I definitely wanted to show you what it can look like on the back end. And so at the end of the day, when you go to your advertiser, you can say, this is the information that we collected, and here's the data attribution from the promotion itself. We have a high-level overview, a stats page that you can see the amount of entries that happened in a specific time frame, how many Facebook shares, Twitter shares, if you have those available, and then even field breakdowns. So for example, on this one, if they downloaded a specific app, if they followed on Instagram, if they went to a specific location, you would be able to generate that list and even pass on that information to your sponsor for all of the users that opted in. Again, the key to be able to pass on user information is having them opt in to an email opt-in into the promotion. So you absolutely can pass that information along. So it's easy to download in a CSV format. We also have a suggestion to set up an integration, and like I mentioned, I'll cover that here in a little bit. So this is awesome details. You know, even talking to some of our partners and even clients and other sales members that I've worked with personally, they're surprised that we can get this detailed. And that's, you know, that in turns, if when you go to have the conversation with your sponsor and say, we were able to break it down to find out this specific lead, it's going to do wonders for the relationship, for your guys' relationship, and hopefully generate some quality revenue and future business longevity. So integrations, again, this is huge, and I love talking about integrations just because of the ability that it has. We are now moving towards, and this year we really been focusing on integration, but this is going to allow you to present real-time leads and an extra layer of data security. If you haven't been on my previous calls, I brought this up a couple times, but again, this can be absolutely crucial, especially let's say you're working with a car dealership who wants a lead, a lead. The moment somebody enters the promotion, they want that lead in their CRM tool, whether it's Salesforce, MailChimp. We have some specific ones for dealerships as well, but they're going to want it immediately rather than wait 3 or 4 weeks till the promotion has ended. We can have it set up where that information gets sent over pretty quickly, even that day. So this is just a list of some of the integrations that we have, and if you have any questions on that, we have a continued list on our Idea Studio, or you can chat into our support team and we can kind of figure out what integration that they are utilizing and see if it is a fit that we can use, because there's hundreds out there. So we just want to make sure we're using the proper ones. Okay, so now we can get into how much to charge. And honestly, these questions is really dependent on so many different variables. But the next couple of slides, I definitely wanted to kind of give you a better understanding on what we've seen is a good starting point. And I don't want to pigeonhole you guys to say, hey, this is the absolute most you could charge, because it will vary from market to market and from station to station. And you might be able to sell a promotion for 4 times the amount of what I'm suggesting. It just kind of depends. And when I mean promotion, I mean Aptivata separate from your current on air, because we want to make sure that this isn't just added value to your on air to close a deal. You absolutely can sell this separately to generate more revenue, and hopefully this will give you a better understanding of what that potentially looks like. So some of those variables, how long is this promotion going to be? Is it a week-long promotion? I've seen just a quick weekend promotion where they did a lot of on air to just for that weekend. Is this promotion going to run for 6 weeks? Is there a lot more on air time, live reads, those type of things that are going to be tied into it? What is the price? Is it going to be a movie gift card for $20, or is it going to be a car payment for a month? It kind of depends on what the price is. That also can affect the pricing of the digital side of things. And then who is your sponsor? That's going to also be a determinant of what, how you execute it. Every sponsor has marketing dollars available. It's just being able to present that full 360-degree on-air and digital solution, and showing the worth, the worth of the product that you are presenting. And you'd be surprised at how excited that users or that advertisers and sponsors get when they realize some of the capabilities that you have at your fingertips as sales. So, and then what is your sponsor getting out of this promotion? This is going to be more of that, again, lead generation, what type of execution's happening through that promotion, and then bottom line, how much on air and online exposure will the promotion receive? How are you promoting the actual digital side piece, whether it's social postings and whatnot as well. So again, the more opportunities that you provide to your sponsor, the more you should charge to that sponsor. That's quite simple, pretty straightforward. So I would suggest by increasing your current package, whatever your on air is, increasing that by 20 to 30% and charging that 20 to 30% more. So let's just say you're on air, let's just say you sold it for $1,000. you can feel confident enough to increase your budget to include digital, which is this Aptivada piece, whether it's a survey or sweepstakes. And again, for a minimum of that 20 to 30%. So whether it's $200, $300, and it's going to come down to that execution of data attribution and be able to present that information here at the end of the promotion. These next three examples, I like to break them down into three categories. So like bronze, silver, and gold. For bronze package, I would just suggest this is like a simple email or first name, last name, email opt-in. So you're really just trying to grow an email database. I would just increase, for something this simple, purely being able to show ad space and to collect an email opt-in, I would just increase it from 15 to 25%. And you would be surprised that, again, that might be your sponsor's goal, is that's all they want is just they just want to grow their email marketing list. So being able to be flexible and saying, hey, we can do just that. Or you can go to a silver package where you're charging maybe 25 to 40% more. And the reason why there's such a gap here, or such a wide range here, is, again, you are going past just the first name, last name, email. You're actually going to start building a user profile and demographic for your sponsor and advertiser, as well as growing their social media. So I like to look at this as more of a social media boost and growth in really that type of functionality. And again, you can grow it within that 25 to 40%. And then for gold, you could be at, honestly, I would say like 35, 40% plus. I've seen promotions sell. I've seen a digital promotion of this magnitude that I'm showing right now sell for the 100% value of what their on-air was, and even more sometimes. So with this one, it's going to incorporate what the first two had, obviously building a demographic, building the social, but you're even going steps further and asking questions like, hey, come visit our specific landing page, maybe a sponsor's landing page, take a short survey, go to a sponsor's location, downloading app, and even email confirmations. And so you're asking quite a bit, but our platform can absolutely execute exactly how your sponsors and advertisers, are looking for or wanting. Now, you don't have to ask all of these questions that I have presented here. Again, you can make it, cookie cutter to exactly how you need, and custom to how you need for your sponsor. And like I said, it's not one size fits all, but you can absolutely feel confident in being able to increase your revenue with these products. So one second here. Perfect. And I'm going to make sure that this deck gets sent out to you guys so that you have it, so that way you can go through it and learn a little bit more of what the product has to offer, and then kind of get a better understanding of how these packages are tiered out. And then, even though that this is just showing sweepstakes, you can do the same with gallery. You can do the same with surveys. You really can get custom with how you present it. So now I want to talk about some Q4 ideas that you guys can go for, move forward with. I know right now for October, you can start thinking about like Thanksgiving, whether it's groceries, cash, bill payments, those type of things, some fall getaways. Right now we live in, being here in Utah, all the leaves are changing. So, getting away from, taking a drive and doing a staycation in one of the ski towns just across the way, that's kind of what, one thing that me and my wife have just recently done. So those type of getaways, tickets to events. I know right now they're with social distancing. There are some Oktoberfests going on. I know that we have one that will be going on here in Utah. Halloween, whether it's, again, sweepstakes or gallery, that's always a good time to run a gallery. So people are submitting photos of their Halloween costume photos of their Halloween costumes. Now, just so you are aware, all photos that are submitted in a gallery can be need to be pre-approved. So that way, nothing inappropriate gets submitted. And then for November, there's some different like home improvement, like winterizing homes, remodels, holiday cash. And then getting into December, I feel like December is such a fun time for different promotions. You have the 12 days of Christmas that you could do, 12 prizes, multiple sponsors tied into those prizes, daily winners that are winning those prizes. And then if you haven't looked into it, we have our Aptivada mortgage giveaway, which is home for the holidays. We are beyond excited. It's already pre-built. We are going to cover up to $15,000 in someone's mortgage. That's covered by Aptivada, not by you, but it's a good way to tie in a sponsor and to make a localized promotion where a sponsor goes, hey, there's that chance at $15,000 or mortgage for a year or rent for a year, but we want to offer a prize to again bring in that local engagement piece. So it's extremely customizable, and it will fit. So just to kind of give you an idea of what this home for the holidays looks like, this is the kind of the concept that's moving forward. Obviously, the goal is to increase online engagement for a charitable promotion during the holiday season. Some quality sponsorship opportunities, being able to be tied to a promotion that says, hey, we're covering rent or mortgage for a year. This is an opportunity that local like mom and pop stores that might not have a big budget to offer something like this can get into a promotion with their name tied to it, because again, they don't have to or you guys are not required to cover the price because Aptivada is covering the price, so they don't have to feel obligated to cover that as well. Again, for the customization side of things, you can ask pretty much anything for the bonus entries. You can ask surveys, you can have them watch videos. You really can grow this. So we've seen a lot of mortgage companies tie into these type of promotions, you name it. So promotional run dates on this starts November 1st. Please get signed up as soon as possible through December 18th. We want to make sure everybody has this on their website, or not on their website, but on their Aptivada platform. Tell your promotions, your promotions teams to get signed up, or even get signed up yourselves. My one suggestion too is you can change. We provide creative, as you can see here, the home for the holidays creative and logos. We will provide creative, but if you want to change that creative, you are more than welcome to do so. But the more time that you get your team aware of this and get signed up, the more time they have to work on it. We don't want to get down to the wire of November 1st and you're trying to have your team, or you guys are trying to get something built very specific to your market. So be aware of that. Just some tricks of the trade for that promotion coming up. So this is kind of what it would look like more on the on-air side, kind of like the name inclusions. Name inclusions at 180 times, so 30 per week. Name mentions, that's 25 per week for the 6 weeks. You really can kind of mess with this how you want to fit it, but this is just kind of a suggested value, and this is something that you could even present to your advertiser. So, and for this promotion itself, there is not a specific cost to join a national promotion like Home for the Holidays or our Basketball Mayhem promotion or anything like that. So no specific cost in that regard. It just depends on what you want to sell the promotion for. Again, it's a great opportunity to bring in new revenue and even work with current accounts that might have been slipping away, or just to try to change things up a little bit. So again, you guys can choose what type of or you can choose how much you would want to sell this for. But this is one of the promotions that you absolutely can sell for more than that 10% or 20% that I was talking about at the very beginning. This is more of like a 30% plus. You really could see this as a huge promotion where you could generate quite a bit of revenue. So and then, yeah, so we have our resources. So if you have questions, you can always go to help.aptivada.com and then ideas.aptivada to give more ideas. And then there are our support channel that you can chat into or even email directly to. So for today, that wraps up what I wanted to cover just in regards to budgeting. I know that there were some questions that were coming in. So let me go to the Q&A and I will answer those before we, with just the last 5 minutes that we have before we, one second here, before we pick a winner. Alrighty, one moment here. 1 second. I'm just trying to get my Q&A opened here. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, so one question, when you use geolocation, does the entrant have to be at the location when entering the sweepstakes and contest? So this is a great question. Yes, they actually will have to be at that location when entering. Basically how this works, and we do have quite a bit of questions based around this. So let's say they enter a sweepstakes and they see that they can go to a grocery store, or they can go to a car dealership for the geolocation. They would just use their mobile device, go to that location, and then just click I'm here. And to show you an example of that geolocation, we'll go all the way back to this one right here. If you see in this middle column, I apologize. If you see in this middle column, go down where it says come visit our dealership, you can hit see on map and it will open up whatever, you know, Google Maps or whatever they are utilizing from their mobile device, or they can click I'm here. And by clicking I'm here, that will check them in. Just so you know, the technical side of geolocation, all you need is the latitude and longitude of the location, and you can set it within 50 feet of that pin drop. In-app Divada, again, that's more promotion side, so I won't get into it, but it's super easy to get set up. So any local market cost to participate in the mortgage giveaway. So I think for that question, that's just more going to be in regards to what you would be selling the promotion for in just in general. Again, you can sell the promotion for more than that 10 or 20% that I was recommending from the beginning. It's definitely a premier opportunity. So I would say it's probably teeters around this 25 to 40% or even more, just depending on what, you know, who, again, those variables that I discussed, who are you working with and whatnot. So let me look really quick. Yeah, and then the next question was, oh, 1 second here. One moment. Is the station allowed to include its logo on this promotion? Yes, absolutely. So any national promotions, you absolutely can build it around your sponsor. If you have a title sponsor and you want to bring in even multiple sponsors and have them, you can completely bring in as many different sponsors as you want and have as many different logos as you want and create it exactly for them. So yes, that is definitely definitely suggested. That's going to be part of the brand awareness that this promotion is bringing, being able to tie a name. So when people see Home for the Holidays, mortgage for a year brought to you by Safeway or Larry H. Miller car dealership or whoever, right? You want to make sure that that prize and that type of promotion is being presented aesthetically with your sponsor and advertiser. Great question. Just on geolocation, if they, when you, so for example, on just to answer one more question on geolocation, there's a question that says, well, if they enter a promotion, can they enter a later date at the geolocation? Yes, all they have to do is go to the promotion, wherever that promotion is on a landing page, or however they access the promotion previously. When they log in with their email, it will already have all of their information generated from when they previously entered, and they can enter for the geolocation specifically. Can a coupon be sent to an entrant based on geolocation or is it only email? So a coupon can't be sent specifically to for the geolocation itself. So if they, if they click I'm here, a coupon won't be sent to them per se at that moment. However, if they do participate in the promotion and you're wanting to present a coupon, we do have our email confirmations that you can immediately get an email sent out to them so that they can then go and use that email at that physical location, whether it's like an oil change or 20% off or whatever whatever your sponsor decides they want to use. So there is a way to utilize a coupon, but not from utilizing a geolocation immediately. So does the mortgage giveaway begin November 1st or November 9th? It is, so this is the new date, which is November 1st. So November 1st, that is when it begins. is it possible to enter multiple locations for one geolocation bonus entry? So yes, so actually you can tie in multiple geolocation entries. You're not constricted to just one geolocation opt-in. As a matter of fact, to give you kind of an idea of a real case scenario here in Utah, we worked with it was a station that worked with a car dealership, and that car dealership had multiple locations. It was the largest car dealership in Utah. They offered 50 bonus entries for each visit at each one of their dealerships, and they ended up putting like 6 dealerships on there. So you could go visit each dealership and get 50 bonus entries. That's still five chances that somebody from one of those dealerships could get a sale from the promotion. And after that promotion was started running, that dealership, our co-founder actually talked to the radio station, and that dealership reported that they were seeing sales from that type of promotion. But to answer that question, yes, you can tie in multiple. So you would have to have separate geolocations, bonus entries. You would have to have separate ones instead of just one. So if you wanted them to go to 3 geolocation spots, you'd have to have 3 bonus entries. There is not a limit. Isn't there a limit to the number of bonus entries? There isn't a limit to the number of bonus entries for most promotions. I believe for Home of the Holidays, you're limited to 60 bonus entries to keep it fair for everyone who's participating. So that way, because it is a national promotion, I believe 60 bonus entries is for Home for the Holidays and national promotion. Just to clarify, for national promotions, we want to make sure that it's fair for everybody, so that in one market they don't bump up their bonus entries to like 1,000 and one market bumps it to just 1. So we just said flat across, everyone's given 60 bonus entries max for Home for the Holidays. And then, but in just like general promotions, because it's your promotion, feel free to do as many as you want. There's just that national promotions, we again just want to keep it fair. That's a great question as well. So yeah, so again, guys, I'm gonna get this wrapped up now. So if you have not had a chance to enter, please enter the gift card giveaway. So we're gonna go ahead and pick that right now. Let me go ahead and pull that up on my other screen here. Again, here's the resource page. Go ahead and take a look at that if you've already entered. And all right, so let me move things around. Gotta love multiple monitors. It's definitely convenient for sure. So one second here. And again, honestly, guys, the questions have been great. We love having these questions because if you have a question, somebody else has that same question, and it's nice to get some clarification out there. So, and again, if you want more clarification, chat with us. We have our live chat functionality. So, all right, let's go ahead and choose a winner. One second here. All right, so if you are here, go ahead and raise your hand. The winner for today's $100 gift card is Corey Gregory. So Corey, are you here? Let me check to see. You gotta raise your hand. Participants. Okay, Corey is here. So Corey, we will get that $100 gift card out to you today. We'll get that emailed over. And thank you again, everybody else, for participating. And then I look forward to speaking with you in November. And then if you guys have sales questions, you can always chat in and I'll talk with you as well. So thank you.